Well, it has been a year since my book has come out, and I wanted to do a little something special, a special project to dig a little bit deeper into some of what's contained in this book. So I have a lot of embroidery samplers that are in here, and each sampler focuses on one stitch. My plan is to go through this stitch by stitch with each of the samplers that I created, and I am going to work on a new sampler. These are all the samplers that I created. Each one is a separate stitch, but for this project, I am going to be going through my book and working stitch by stitch to create a new sampler on one piece of fabric. Kind of like what I did on the cover of the book, this is based on an embroidery sampler that I also created, full of stitches and texture. I'm going to be doing the same thing, but with this gorgeous fall-inspired fabric. So I'm going to hoop it up, pick my threads, and I'm going to get started with the first stitch. I think it would be kind of fun if you followed along and maybe created your own sampler. Let's get started. Some of these stitches there are already embroidery tutorials for on my channel, so feel free to find the tutorial for the stitch that I'm working on and practice that stitch on your fabric. I'm going to be posting one video at a time, and you're going to see where I'm adding the stitches to my fabric. And when I'm all done, I hope to have a complete project. Choosing a 7-inch hoop, and I know that all of the leaves, the scale of these are larger than the hoop, but that's okay because I don't want any one leaf to be the focus of this. I want the leaves to run off of the fabric, to run outside of the hoop. Here is what I'm going to be embroidering. I wanted to get a section of each of the colors that I really liked in here. I love the orange and purple with this shade, well, actually all the shades of green. So now I just need to pick out my supplies. I'm going to start off with this thread. This I just got from Snuggly Monkey, which is one of my favorite embroidery suppliers. Here's the tag from that, and you can see it is just full of texture. I could use it as is, or I could show you how I've been using my favorite little yarn spinner to wind this into a ball of yarn. So after finding the end, I wind it through here, I hold the tension, and then I start spinning. This helps to keep my threads nicer and they don't get tangled as much. And then I have, this is my bin of DMC. This is the soft cotton or the cotton redder's mat. And so I'm just going to pick a few of these that match my fabric really well. I always pull more than I might need because I never know what I want to work with, and then it gives me a lot of options as I am embroidering. And then I have my wall of pearl cottons. These are my Spargo colors from Wonderfill Specialty Threads, and I have them sorted out by size. And so I'm going to pick out some colors that match with this fabric. So I have all my colors, and next time I will be working on the first stitch. If this is something that interests you and you want to stitch along with me, I'd love if you grabbed a copy of my book and followed along. Happy stitching!